Hello everyone, hope you guys having a wonderful day. I'm Fahaduddin, a student of Masters in Computer Science in City College of New York. I'm going to do a presentation about up and running with pygame. This is my second presentation for Advanced Internet in Program class. So let's get started. So the first question will be, what is pygame? Pygame is basically a game framework based in Python programming language. Pygame was written in Python and it was written by this guy named Peter Shiners. Before we start talking about pygame, we should also talk about some other game engines written in Python. One of the most popular Python game engine is pygame, which is a simple module for handling sprite animation. We also have Elbow, PGU, Piglet. Piglet is a cross-platform windowing and multimedia library for Python. We also have Cocos 2D, TGGL, and Mira. Cocos 2D is a framework for building, let's say, 2D games, demos, and other applications. Here is the official website for pygame and official documentation for pygame. Before using pygame or any other framework, one must ask this question: why I should use this framework? Here I'm going to talk about some of the pros and cons of pygame to show you guys why you should use pygame. Pygame is a cross-platform set of Python modules for creating games. The modules are simple and fun and easy. Pygame is built over HDL library. HDL stands for Simple Direct Media Layer Library, which allows you to develop real-time computer game without low-level mechanics of C programming language. Pygame is highly portable and runs on nearly every platform and operating system. Pygame applications also runs in Android devices using PGS for a subset. Pygame is simple, easy game framework. Pygame has a large community, so help will be available all the time. You would find plenty of pygame examples around the web, which will make your learning easier. And one of the most important feature is it's free and open source, which makes it one of the best game framework. Pygame also have some problems. Let's face it, nothing is perfect. Nearly every framework have some cons. Pygame have it too. One of the main problem with pygame is it is not hardware accelerated, which makes it hard to make 3D games. Another problem is it's hard to transform from pygame games to iOS device games. Now we're going to talk about some of the requirements for pygame. To learn pygame, you obviously need some basic knowledge in Python. You also need some basic knowledge in graphics design. That will come handy later. You will need a complete Python environment in your workstation. Otherwise, it might, work properly. You can use any kind of text editor you want. I'm going to use Python idle because it's best for the Python coding and it will make my job easy for the coding. To install pygame into your computer, you will need pip or Python environment in your workstation. After installing pip, you'll just open your command prompt or terminal and write down pip install pygame and it will automatically install pygame for you. After installing that, you will be ready for doing some pygame work. So before starting doing that, let's know some basic drawing moves in pygame. When you start a new pygame code or draw or do something in pygame, you always have to start with import pygame, which will import all the pygame packages in your code. Next, you will have to write down import sys, that will import necessary system packages. And pygame init initializes pygame for your game. This screen equal to pygame display set mode will create a screen of wide of 600 and length of 400 for your game. You can also update the screen just to have write down pygame display update. One of the important feature of pygame is you have to use RGB format of color. It support other HTML and hexa format too, but it's better to use RGB. It's recommended in the website, so I'm going to use RGB format too. You can also create quit loop to get out of the program. Now that you know some basic about drawing in pygame, so let's draw something. Here's the first part of the code. You can see you can import the pygame packages, you can initialize the pygame, and you're also making a screen for your drawing. The second part, here you're saying how to create the color green, how to create the color red, then how to create a quit event to get out of the code. Later we're filling up the screen with green color, then we're drawing a circle with 100 radius with the center of 220 to 200, and the circle will be filled with color red. Now that we finished you're seeing the code here, let's see the example. What is the result here? Voila, the national flag of Bangladesh. It's so beautiful. So now we know some basic drawing rules. Let's make a simple game to sharpening our skill. We are going to make a simple game called Pong, where there will be two bars. We can move two bars. There will be a ball. The bars will keep hitting the ball. Each time someone misses the ball, the other players gets a point. The players with the most points win. It's pretty simple. Let's dig into some code. Here is the first part of the code, where we are importing necessary pygame packages and system, initializing the pygame and the making of the screen with 640 wide and 480 length. We're renaming the screen caption to ping. Let's move it to editor to show you guys a close look. Here is the second part of the code. Here we are filling up the background with color white. We are making up the bar 1 with color green. We are making up the bar 2 with color red. We are making the circle with light green, and we are making up the surface of the bar from 10 to 100. Here we are defining the bars. The coordinates for bar 1 is 10 to 215. The coordinates for bar 2 will be 620 to 215. The starting points of the circle is 307.5 from 232.5. The basic movement is 0. The speeds are 250 and the initial points are 0. Here we're importing the clock object, and we're importing font for the counting points. Here we're doing the event for moving up and down for bar 1, and here we're doing the counting point, and here we are creating two rectangle to separate two bars, and here we are moving the ball. This is the artificial intelligence for the computer. So bar 2 will be controlled by the computer with this logic here, and this is the hitting of the ball right here. Each time here is the scoring for bar 2, here is the scoring for bar 1. Each time bar 2 misses a point, bar 1 gets a point. Each time bar 1 miss the circle, bar 2 gets a point. And that was the game. Let's run it. Here's the game. I am moving the green and I missed one already. The red one is moving automatically and I'm moving the green, and I am still moving it. We're still playing it. I am winning. Oh, I just lost one more. Alright, let's close it. So this is our game. This is pretty simple. I have the slides for the whole part of the code here. You can see it right here, ball hitting the bars, and that was the code of our simple Pong game. Here is some references for pygame, the official Wikipedia, official website, official documentation, and the official tutorial. And this is our presentation on pygame. Hope you guys enjoyed it and learned something. Thank you. Have a good day.